Canadian wine has been produced for over 200 years. And at the end of this video, we're going to be tasting the wine that changed the course of history for the Canadian wine industry. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. But before we dive in, please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you love wine. Subscribing also supports our mission as we travel around the world to bring you the funnest and most interesting stories about wine and the people who make it. So please be sure to subscribe. Early settlers in Canada tried to cultivate grapes from Europe with little success. They found it necessary to focus on the native species of grapes. However, the wines were not popular because they had a particular taste, which was described as foxy. Getting creative, the winemakers realized the unfavorable flavor of foxy slowly went away once they made the wine into a sherry or a port style wine. Today, Canada is firmly established on the world stage of wine producing countries. Canada's most important vineyard regions are located in the provinces of Ontario and British Columbia. British Columbia's most important appellation is the Okanagan Valley. The massive region lies in a rain shadow in between two mountain ranges. Large glacial lakes help to moderate temperatures and extend the growing season, enabling a successful ripening. Ontario's most important appellation is the Niagara Peninsula. It's located on the southwest corner of Lake Ontario. The lake heats up and cools down more slowly than the surrounding land. This extends the growing season in autumn, allowing the grapes to fully ripen. It also delays bud burst in the spring, helping to minimize frost damage. Airflow from the lake also helps reduce fungal disease in the vineyard. The Niagara Peninsula is the appellation in Canada in which people say the best ice wines come from. What is ice wine? Ice wine is a wine made from grapes that have been left on the vineyard late beyond the harvest season in order to freeze. Once the grapes are harvested, they are immediately brought to the winery so that they can be pressed while the grapes are still frozen. The purpose is so that the water, which is now frozen in the grapes, does not squeeze out during the pressing process, but only the sweet, sugary juice. Naturally, this makes a much more concentrated and sweet juice to make the wine from. Hence the name ice wine. Inniskillin, a winery in the Niagara Peninsula, is said to be the first estate winery in Canada. They are one of the pioneers in the Canadian wine industry. Inniskillin came into prominence on the global stage with its win at the 1991 Vine Expo in Bordeaux, France. Their Vital ice wine was awarded the highest Grand Prix honor award at the competition. This officially changed the way the world saw Canadian wine. Here I've got a bottle of the Vital ice wine itself, and we're gonna give it a try. So we're gonna start with the color. And looking at this color, I'm definitely getting an amber or gold color. And the reason it gets this color compared to like a normal white wine, which does not, is because the sugars caramelize with age, giving it this unique color. Now we're gonna see what it smells like. Wow, powerful, intense aromas. I'm definitely getting tropical fruit like lychee, passion fruit, and mangoes. Time to taste it. Ooh, that is amazing. Honestly, that is delicious. It's crazy to me how you can get so many different flavors out of a wine which is really just made from grape juice. I mean, my mouth is still watering. So obviously sweet, but what I love about this sweet wine compared to like other sweet wines is that this one is completely natural. The sugars are 100% natural from the grape, as opposed to like a cheaper wine, sweet wine that, you know, they add cane sugar to it or syrups, which I'm not a fan of myself. So obviously sweet, but this wine has an incredible acidity to it. I mean, it really cuts right down to the tongue. It makes your mouth water. I mean, my tongue is still watering, but I love it. It's a great thing. And it's also what makes this wine pair well with food. As far as the flavors, I'm getting beautiful flavors of peach, honey, and apricot. Really amazing, all the flavors, the exotic flavors that can come out of this wine. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below. It's free and it supports our mission as we travel around the world to bring you some of the funnest stories about wine and the people who make it. So please be sure to subscribe. Cheers.